is your home for the Panthers. Paola Sports Live.
Taking the snap, they'll go play action. They're looking on the wheel route, got a man wide open, it's Troutman! J.D. Troutman is gonna go all the way for the touchdown!
Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Learn more about fast, reliable service and great customer service at gobrawley.com.
The outside shot, Wickers blocked from behind by Kuhlman. Here comes Pitzer though, puts it right back, and one, count the basket. Troutman, a nice pass underneath the Richmond. He's got himself 4 in the tie for Paola.
Play clock at 15, they'll take the snap. This will be a quarterback keeper and into the end zone.
It's time for the Panthers on your home for Paola High School Athletics. Paola Sports Live.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's pregame show for this broadcast of the Undefeateds. The Paola Panthers coming in 2-0 to take on the also 2-0 Ottawa Cyclones here from Ottawa High School. Beautiful day for some football. I'm Aaron Feely with Q Harris along with me on camera, and a special shout out to our pregame sponsor, Fort Scott Community College, our pregame sponsor, Paola Vet Clinic. From your pet to your herd, Paola Vet Clinic has over 90 years of veterinary experience to help give high-quality care at affordable pricing. Visit them at 1708 Industrial Road in Paola, or visit their website, wildcatvetclinic.com, to learn more. I'd also like to send a special shout-out to Xfinity and Comcast. Be the best at watching sports. There is no better place to watch and stream sports than on Xfinity. Comcast's Xfinity network makes the sports viewing experience simple, seamless, and unforgettable. Nobody else gives fans a single destination for every game, Wi-Fi that streams live sports over a connection with ultra-low lag, and powerful features like multi-view to keep every fan in the action from multiple live games at once. If you call yourself a sports fan, you need Xfinity. We mentioned it just a second ago, but 2 undefeateds coming into today. Paola, a pleasant surprise on their season, and it's been done mostly off the back of the sophomore brigade to this point for Paola. Bodie Shea in the backfield comes in through 2 games. He's averaging over 8 yards per carry. 281 yards through those first two contests for the sophomore tailback. They gave him that number one, and for the last several years, Paola's had a number one in the backfield that has been carrying the rock effectively, and it looks like no different now. But the passing game has definitely taken off for the Panthers, and a large part of that is another one of these sophomores, number 12, Mason Stein, comes into today completing 61% of his passes. He's got 241 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions to this point on the season through the air. He also adds a ground touchdown as well, does Mason Stein. And a big part of this one, though, is going to be how that Paola defense fares against a very, very poised Ottawa offense that has put up over 40 points in both of their previous contests. They have won both of those games by plus 40 offensively, and in each game held their opponent to a single touchdown. So Ottawa starting off fast, and they have been dominant early on. Paola, big win over Fort Scott, but then a much closer affair with Lewisburg last week, but did come away with the victory off of a defensive stop at the end of the game. Lewisburg was driving, trying to go down and tie that game, but Paola made a big tackle short of the first down marker and inbounds, which ran out the final few seconds of that one and clinched the victory for the Panthers on the road. They'll hope to make it 2 in a row on the road here tonight. As we're 8 minutes away from kickoff, we'll look over some of the stats to this point. Paola has dominated in the passing yards per game differential, and it's been almost just as good with the rush differential to this point. Paola averaging 6.7 yards per carry, and through 2 games, they've only given up a little bit under 3.8 yards per carry to their opponents. It's been dominance on the ground and defending the ground game. They've only given up 1 rushing touchdown. Sorry, they've given up 3 rushing touchdowns to this point, but 0 passing touchdowns. So nobody has managed to go through the air to get into that painted bit of the field to this point against this Paola defense. Ottawa, with that talented offense that they've got, will hope to be the first. Paola hopes to keep the streak going. We've got kickoff coming at you next. You're watching Paola Sports Live, brought to you by Comcast and Xfinity.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
My experience at Strode Orthodontics was amazing. Like most people who had their first round of braces, I forgot to wear my retainer and so therefore had crooked teeth. I got engaged this year. I wanted straight teeth for my wedding, and so Dr. Strode was able to give me Invisalign, and now I have the straight smile that I've always wanted. We're gonna get such a welcoming experience here. The day of my wedding, I'm not going to be scared to take pictures. Now I can finally be confident with my smile on that big day.
Here at Strode Orthodontics, we are a single doctor practice, which means that I am the only orthodontist here in the practice. I will be the one guiding you through your care journey. With our experienced staff, your appointments will be more efficient and more comfortable. We love treating kids as well as adults. We want you to be happy with your experience during orthodontic treatment as well as your smile at the end. I love when patients tell me that their smile has improved their confidence and their quality of life, because a smile is for a lifetime.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Panther fans can find us at 310 North Hospital Drive in Paola or 913-294-3713. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
My experience at Strode Orthodontics was amazing. Like most people who had their first round of braces, I forgot to wear my retainer and so therefore had crooked teeth. I got engaged this year. I wanted straight teeth for my wedding, and so Dr. Strode was able to give me Invisalign, and now I have the straight smile that I've always wanted. We're gonna get such a welcoming experience here. The day of my wedding, I'm not going to be scared to take pictures. Now I can finally be confident with my smile on that big day.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
My name is Dr. Claire Strode. I'm the owner and orthodontist here at Strode Orthodontics. You may run into me out at the soccer fields or out on the baseball diamonds. The things that I love most about orthodontics are when patients tell me how much they enjoy their smile and how much more confidence they have after having their treatment. We love serving the families and people here in South Johnson County and also surrounding areas. And I look forward to serving you and your family.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Back in live, just about ready for the kickoff, brought to you by Miami Lumber, servicing Miami County since 1983. Located at 1014 North Pearl Street in Paola. Open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 to 3. Miami Lumber, your homegrown home improvement store. Like us on Facebook. This one just about ready to get underway as, well, I believe the announcement was that the Cyclones had won the toss and elected to defer, so interesting here that Paola is now kicking off. Unless they missignaled on the field, or if Paola accidentally said kick despite Ottawa's deferral, so we'll have to check that come the second half, as this one will be returned from about the 25. And that's brought all the way up to the 41, 42 yard line. So a 17-yard return there for Ottawa. And Paola has had their struggles with kickoff coverage this year, opposing teams with a 26.4 yards per return average against them. And of course, the 90-yard touchdown that opened up the game last week in Lewisburg. Going toward that left side.
Ball carrier for the Cyclones, taken out of bounds. Across the 45-yard line.
And that'll be Hull, taking about 4 yards.
Gain of 4 on the play, moves the ball to the 46.
And that'll bring up second down. So on second down, rollout, looking towards his right man, wide open in the middle of the field. And that's going to be caught all the way up to the 43-yard line of Paola, and that'll move the chains. So McCullough gets the first down, and Ottawa into Paola territory. Taking the snap, Hull gives. This one's coming near side. Diving attempt, couldn't get him out of bounds, and a good carry.
9-yard gain on the play for the Cyclones. And a Cyclone first down. Corrected, second down.
So Julius O'Brien picks up 9. And on 2nd and 1, they'll go other way, up inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 5.
First down Cyclones at the Panther 29-yard line.
Going near side with it, huge hole up the middle, and another big gash of a run for Ottawa. And all the way down to the 12-yard line. Oh, Hull with some confusion in the backfield, and this play's going nowhere. Paola blows that up. There's a flag down on the field, and we'll check that before anything. It would be a loss of about 2.5, but it's a hold against the Cyclones. We'll see if they say take the 2nd and 13 or the 1st and 20. And they are going to take the penalty. So 1st down and 20 coming up for Ottawa. And they're all the way back to the 23-yard line.
Penalty moves the ball to the 23-yard line. Remains first down.
So 1st down and 20 here for Ottawa. Paola Fan Clan made the trek out. Decked out like a box of highlighters over there. Hull going to go to the air, tipped up into the air, and it's caught anyway. Wide open was Aiden McCullough, to the point where that ball got batted straight skyward, and there still wasn't anyone to stop him from coming down with the football. And he's all the way up to the 7-yard line.
Second down and 4 for the Cyclones.
So 1st and 20 turns into 2nd and 4. Two backs in the backfield. Takes the snap, gives it near side, and that should set up a 1st and 10.
First and goal for the Cyclones from the 3.
So here we are from the 3-yard line, 1st down and goal. Ottawa have got a very impressive drive going here. Hull, the snap, gives O'Brien right in, untouched, beautifully blocked up front by the big fellas. And O'Brien goes in for the score with 8:57 to play here in quarter number 1.
Seeking to attempt the extra point. Hold to hold.
The extra point, no good, so we remain 6-all. We'll be back. You're watching Paola Sports Live, brought to you by Comcast Xfinity.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Back into Paola Sports Live as the Panthers watch that Ottawa offense that has been spectacular through their first 2 games continue with more of the same as they went right up the field 58 yards. 58 yards, I should apologize, for the touchdown. Missed the extra point, so it's still 6-0. And now it's Paola's turn. They'll get their first crack at the football here. After a 3-minute, 3-second drive from Ottawa netted them points. This will be fielded from the 23. And not a lot of forward momentum. He was looking for a gap to open. It never did. And so off the return from Hensley, Paola sets up at the 27. So on 1st down and 10, we'll see what the Paola offense has in store here. They'll break the huddle. And they'll come out shotgun here on this first play. Stein takes the snap. They're going to go to the air. And they've got Sasha Pishneko for 10. So they come out slinging it right off the bat. And it will be 2nd down and inches coming up.
9-yard gain, 2nd down and 1.
So on 2nd down and about half of the football, now they'll come out in that wing T set. Stein takes the snap, gives it off. That's Shea, and the sophomore is going to get the first down, but a flag coming in, and they threw it way back by the line of scrimmage. So on 2nd and inches, If this is holding against Paola, that's going to be a backbreaker. It's going to turn it back into 2nd down and 10. And it is a hold against Paola. So on 2nd and 10 off the hold, it's back to the gun here for Stein. Bodie Shea, the tailback with him, but he's going to the air and he's rolling to his right. He's got a man outside in the flats and incomplete. He was looking for that comeback route far side. I believe the intended receiver was Metcalf, and it'll be 3rd down coming up. So the holding penalty already looking like it might hurt him. But we'll see this 3rd down and 10. Pishneko's been the big play receiver to this point this year. He's got 115 yards through the first 2 games. And Paola will take a timeout to think about it. We'll step aside as well. You're watching Paola Sports Live, brought to you by Comcast Xfinity.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
Back in live out of the timeout, just about ready for this 3rd down and 10 for Paola. They went out to the air, hit Sasha Pachneko, who got very, very close to the 1st down on 1st down, but they ruled him just inches short, which they thought they had a 1st down the next play, but called back on a holding penalty. Now this ball's on the ground, and he just has to fall on it, does Stein. So the fumbled snap will turn this into 4th down, and just like that, I mean, butterfly effect in full force. Pachneko ends up 3 inches short of the 1st down on that first play. And just like that, a holding penalty, an incomplete pass, and a botched snap later, and it's 4th down and 14. And I can't imagine that this is going to be real. And there it is. Now Stein will drop back and looks to punt this one away. And he'll give it a boot. That one's going to take a Paola bounce and keep rolling. And out to the 42 for the 2nd straight time. That's where Ottawa is going to begin their drive. When we come back right here on Paola Sports Live.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic app.
And so as we return from the break, they're going to have Paola re-kick this one as there was a hold on both teams, which offset. So Paola was holding in their blocking assignment, protecting Stein back there as he was ready to punt that ball away, and then setting up for the return. Ottawa also called for a hold. Thus, we re-kick. Back to Stein. Boots this one skyward. Fair catch called for just this side of midfield, and Ottawa will begin at about their 48, 49-yard line. So it'll be a slightly shorter field for Ottawa this time, but still prime field position, only on their own end of midfield by a yard. With 6:54 left to go here in the first quarter. The Cyclones ready for drive number 2. Paola looked like they might have been primed for a decent drive there on their opening one, but again, that penalty just blew everything up. And now they'll have to play a little defense against an Ottawa offense that has just been clicking in every game to begin this year. They'll give this one off, and bouncing off a tackle and tripped up by the last possible man in a great play made by Murdoch to prevent either, at the very least, a big play and possibly a 51-yard touchdown. As it'll stand, it'll be a 4-yard gain for O'Brien.
4-yard gain on the play brings up second down and 6. Ball on the Panther 47-yard line.
O'Brien right now with easily the best yards per carry anyone has had against this Paola defense to this point. And he'll spin forward again, and he's going to get about a yard shy of the first down.
Get a 5.5 on the play, brings up third down and a yard.
He's averaging 6.5 here in the first quarter. And they've already given him the ball 7 times. Hayden Hull, the only other Cyclone to have done anything with the football to this point. He's carried it once, thrown a pass, and a false start against the Cyclones is going to back him up just a bit. So from 3rd and 1, it'll now be a 3rd down and 6. And we'll see if that ends up hurting him particularly badly, or if this offense can just continue to cruise. From the gun, Hull back to throw. Under some pressure, and he's going to come all the way back to the other side and cuts it back in. And Hull going to get all the way out to the 31-yard line. And Ottawa marching back. It was a hold against the Cyclones during the scramble. So take away a 16-yard run, and it's going to bring up 3rd and a very long ways. But anyone that was with us for the Lewisburg game last week knows that Paola had their struggles on 3rd down. Third and long, I should even specify. Back to throw. Hull going to launch this one, and a man wide open, and it's broken up. Oh, what a play by Paola. Broken up there by Blake Costello. Almost had the interception. And I think Hull thought he had a free deep touchdown pass there. A total blown coverage back behind the play by the Panthers defense. But Costello on the pop fly throw, as Hull was forced to roll to his left and launch it deep, had just enough time to make up the ground and smack that one away.
Cyclones 83, Leighton Thompson to punt, deep return for the Panthers. Number 5, Chico, number 7, Murdoch.
That punt is going to start taking a Paola bounce and get up to the 30, where it will be downed by Ottawa. So the Panthers will get a second crack at this after their defense gets a stop with some help from an Ottawa holding penalty and a false start penalty that came back to back. We'll step aside briefly. You're watching Paola Sports Live, brought to you by Comcast Xfinity.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Back in, out of the timeout, it's a reverse. Koslow gonna throw it downfield, and the pass is caught across midfield, all the way to the 46-yard line. So again, they go to that gadget reverse play with Koslow, and he delivers. 24 yards on the pass play. So first down and 10, Paola. They are now into Ottawa territory for the first time. And a penalty. A false start against the Panthers. And so first and 10 becomes first and 15, and they will still have yet to actually take a snap from within Ottawa territory, as they're back to their own 49-yard line. And that's going to be against Paola again. Did not wait for everybody to get set.
False start penalty against the Panthers.
Lotto was still motioning to his position, and Stein tried to go quick and snap that football. This is now first down and 20. And this is spiraling in a hurry against the Panthers. After a great play on first down. And hold on. And they're still walking this back all the way to the 29-yard line. A personal foul after the false start. So it's now first and 35. And that is just a mental error that you cannot have if you're Paola. You had a decent-looking start to this drive. And now they swing it out. Shea going to gain about 3. That'll bring up second and 32. So on second down and 32 from their own 32, they will need the Ottawa 37-yard line for a first down. Back to throw. Stein. Just going to run it himself. And might have lost a yard as he was knocked out of bounds there back at the 31.
Loss of a yard on the play, moves the ball to the 31-yard line. Third and 33 for the Panthers.
So third down and 33. Not a whole lot of plays you practice for this scenario. Taking the snap. Screen pass, Pashneko. And back up to the 32, gain of a yard, and that'll be it. So it's going to be fourth down here, and Paola's going to have to boot this one again. And a good defensive stand there by Ottawa. Ottawa sends Jace Morning back to return this one. Stein set to punt. Snap is high. He'll boot it. Takes a bit of contact, but not enough. And now a flag does come down. And that was fairly late after the actual contact took place. Ball went out of bounds around the 45-ish. We'll see where the official officially stops. He'll stop at the 46. But the penalty does go against Ottawa. It was a running into the kicker. We'll see if Paola wants to re-kick this thing or just give Ottawa the ball at their own 46. And they will take the penalty.
Penalty moves the ball to the 37-yard line. Remains 4th down.
Stein will re-kick it. That one goes straight skyward. A slightly better kick here and hauled in, and a flag down now here. So he caught it at the 41 in a pair of flags. Almost an identical result to if they had been able to just add the penalty yardage from the end of the last kick. So we'll check what the penalty was. Block in the back against Ottawa is going to back them up a little bit further. So the officials will make the adjustments here. Move this one back around the 31. Now they'll give them the 32, and that's where Ottawa will begin this drive, their worst position on the field starting-wise to this point. And it will be 1st and 10 from there. So penalties have reared their head early and often here in this game already, derailing a number of drives for both teams, and Ottawa will hope that it doesn't cost them any sort of points on this drive, as it will back them up to their own 32. And Hull, quarterback keeper, he's going off that left side, and he's out of bounds.
Taken out of the side of the 35-yard line.
Looks like they'll give him about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
11 Lato makes the tackle.
This is Paola defense. It's been solid through 2 games, but certainly not to the same extent that Ottawa's has, giving up exactly 1 touchdown in each of their previous 2 games. But the way Ottawa's offense is playing, I think you'd even consider the way Paola has played to this point to be solid. He's going to throw over the middle and wide open again. McCullough up across the 45 to the 44 of Paola. 22-yard gain for the Ottawa Cyclones. And a 1st down, that'll move the chains. Hands it off. Near side, O'Brien. Cuts up the middle, inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Gain of 6 on 1st down. So we'll see what Ottawa has here for 2nd down and 4. Maybe a couple more plays left here in this first quarter.
Ball spotted on the Panther 38-yard line.
Takes the snap, gives O'Brien again. Nice blocking in front of him, and he's going to get that 1st down out to the 32. Another 6-yard carry, and he is rolling.
Gain of 8 yards to the Cyclone. 1st down.
So another Ottawa first down. Slowly approaching the red zone. Gives it, jet sweep to that left side. Stiff arms off a defender, and he's still on his feet. And how about this run for Trevor? That'll get him into the red zone. He's up to the 18. 14 yards on the carry, and another first down gained for Ottawa. They are moving the ball at will this possession. Break huddle. Takes the snap, hands it off. O'Brien coming near side. Lead blocker in front of him. This could be a big one. And he's got first and goal from the 3 coming up. A flag is down back at the 15-yard line. Holding against Ottawa. So they'll walk that off from the spot of the foul. It was upfield just slightly at the 15, so they'll mark it at the 25-yard line. It'll be first down and 17. But first, the end of the quarter. We'll have second quarter action coming at you at 6-0 Ottawa, but they're driving down to the 25 of Paola. You're watching Paola Sports Live, brought to you by Comcast Xfinity.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
Back in on Paola Sports Live, brought to you by Comcast Xfinity. Start of the second quarter here from Ottawa High School. It's a 6-0 Cyclones lead over Paola, but Ottawa has it first and 17 at the Paola 25. First quarter at its fair share of penalties, and now they've spotted the ball at the 35-yard line. This is interesting. That is not where Ottawa had the football to end that last quarter. They were certainly at the 25-yard line. Not sure what this is about, but they'll try to run this one off that right side, and they'll get a huge chunk here. And another flag comes in at the end. Run got him down inside the 25 to the 23. It would have been a 12-yard carry. We'll check the flag. A face mask against Paola, so that will move those chains for Ottawa. So from the 17, first down and 10, Ottawa. Turns, gives. O'Brien tries the right side, and this time he's bottled up. Shooting into the backfield there was Lotto. O'Brien able to lunge forward, gain maybe 1 or 2. It'll be second down, 9 yards to go from the 16 here for Ottawa, after Paola finally able to shoot a gap and play some run defense on that one. Ottawa had been running it at will on this drive to this point. Man in motion. This time they fake the jet sweep and they're going to go to the air. They've had a lot of success doing this as well. That's going to be a holding penalty. Wide open man in the middle of the end zone. It's a touchdown for McCullough at the moment, but this one's probably coming back. McCullough has managed to find that middle of the field all day today and just get himself wide open. I'm not sure what's going on in the defensive backfield that number 5 keeps getting lost like that. Though this time, Paola's going to get bailed out just a bit with an offensive hold. So back to the 26-yard line. It'll be second and 19.
Second down for the Cyclones. Penalty moves the ball to the 26-yard line.
So Ottawa out of second and 19. Will come out here. Hull under center. Man in motion. And it's play action. They're going to go to the air again. And go deep. And overshot his man, and it was nearly intercepted. That backside crossing pattern, once again, nearly breaking wide open. But the pass that time just a little bit high. So it will now be third down and 19 coming up. And I mean, I would just keep going to the air here if I was Ottawa, because it certainly seems like Paola is having difficulties covering center field. And last week they had some serious issues covering third downs and 15 plus. They will go to the air. Now he's going to run it, and he's got some space. Hull cuts inside, and he's going to make fourth down a bit more manageable. So they'll spot the ball at the 12. It was a gain of 14 on the carry, so it's 4th and 5. And before 4th down and 5, a timeout is taken. Paola takes it. We'll take it as well. 4th and 5 when we come back here on Paola Sports Live.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Back in live out of the timeout. 4th down and 5 from the Paola 12. Ottawa looking to extend their 6-0 lead here in the second quarter.
Just outside the 12-yard line.
So Ottawa from the 12. They need the 7 for a first down. 2 men in the backfield. Takes the snap. It's play action. Hull rolling. Gonna try to run it. And he's gonna get it. And he dives for the pylon. And he's just short. He's at the 1-yard line. An 11-yard run on 4th and 5. That's going to set up first down and goal for Ottawa off the legs of Hayden Hall.
It is first and goal for the Cyclones from the 1.
So back-to-back plays, 3rd and 19. Hall scrambles off a play-action pass. Then he does the same thing on 4th and 5, and 2 quarterback scrambles turn 3rd and 19 into a first and goal from the 1. Oh, they'll go power backfield here. 2 fullbacks. And this will just be Hall on the quarterback sneak. And he's in! Touchdown, Ottawa! And the Cyclones double their lead. It's now 12-0 Ottawa in front. Hall on the sneak, gets the touchdown. And now a penalty flag, so hold on. See if that was before or after this touchdown was scored. As the official talking to the Paola bench. And it was after the play, dead ball personal foul against Ottawa. So the touchdown counts. But we'll see. I'm assuming they're asking Paola if they want to enforce the penalty on this extra point or on the kickoff. And based on the fact that both teams are still up around the 3, they've chosen to enforce it on the kickoff. Ottawa going to chase their missed extra point from earlier and go for 2. Hull from the gun. He's going to throw for it. And fires and batted away. So incomplete there. It was well defended by the Panthers. Sasha Pishneko broke that one up, and we remain at 12-0. We'll step aside. Ottawa in front here on Paola Sports Live, brought to you by Comcast and Xfinity.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic app.
Looking for a taste of home-cooked goodness in a welcoming hometown atmosphere? Look no further than Circle C Cafe in Paola. Indulge in mouth-watering breakfast that'll jumpstart your day, or savor the hearty lunches with farm-fresh ingredients that'll make your taste buds dance. Circle C Cafe, where delicious food and friendly faces come together. Stop in and see them at 1305 Baptiste in Paola. Circle C Cafe, hometown flavors, hometown pride. Find them at facebook.com/Circle C Cafe.
Back in, out of the touchdown break. Panthers find themselves now in a 12-0 hole against this Ottawa squad, who has just been steamrolling everybody in their path to open up this year. Paola came in 2-0. They were hoping to catch the big upset here and get to 3-0 on the season and keep this undefeated year going. But that's going to take a bit of a comeback now. Lots of football left to be played, however. 10:08 left to go still here in the second quarter. And Ottawa's going to be forced to kick this one away from their own 25. After the personal foul after the touchdown, Gavin Seaton sends it deep. And this is returnable from the 21-yard line. Oh, cutting it back and up the field across the 35. Sasha Pishneko gets it to the 36. 15-yard return, and that'll set Paola up first down and 10. And if you can believe it, Paola's leading rusher, Bodie Shea, who came into this game with 34 carries, 281 yards, averaging over 8 yards a carry, has yet to have an officially recorded carry in this ball game. He had one that was called back by a penalty, and that's it. And now they will give it to him, and he's going to try the left side, and he's going to keep that average nice and high with a 7-yard carry on first down. Second and 3, still in that I formation, and Paola looks to the sideline. Now under center. Taking the snap. Why not? Try him again. Shea goes left side. Flag comes down. He was forced out of bounds for no gain, and we'll check the penalty marker. And it's back by the offensive line. And it is a hold against the Panthers. So instead of 3rd and 3, it'll be 2nd down and long. So 2nd and 13. Paola back inside their own 35. They're at their 33-yard line. And they need the 46 for a first down. They've been efficient through the air to this point, but only 1 carry for Shea, and you imagine that they want to get their stud sophomore tailback involved, but they will go to the air again. They're going to go deep for Pishneko, and that one just overshot. So an incomplete pass will make it 3rd down and 13. And again, it's a penalty that looks like it might have a serious effect on a Paola drive. So the Panthers look to the wristbands. Stein under center. Now he shifts back to the gun. It's 4 wide, a double set. And he takes the snap. Pass rush gets through. Stein looking to try to outrun him. He's going to throw it, and it's right through the hands of his intended receiver, and a flag down in the backfield where Stein got hit. And I'm not sure, and now he has seen it. Liam Marier brought him down, and the flag came in as he was taking Stein to the ground, so we'll hold up. It is a personal foul. It was roughing the passer. Oh, and an absolute gift for the Paola Panthers, and they'll get a first down via penalty. The senior linebacker came off that backside edge. He had great pursuit on, but once Stein had thrown it, just needed to peel off there. I mean, even if the receiver had caught it, it would have been short of the first down, so no real need to finish that play, but brought him to the ground. The officials deemed it was well late, and it moves the sticks. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. And penalties, the story once more. So from the 48-yard line, they'll toss it. Shea going to try the left side. Shea with a nice set of blocks out there, and he's got about 8 yards, and a flag comes in at the end. I mean, you'd hate to go a full play without one. So pre the penalty, it looks like it's a gain of 9, but we'll check what the laundry's about. And it's a personal foul for a late hit against Ottawa. So back-to-back personal fouls in the general vicinity of late hit type area. And again, it moves the chains for the Panthers. Up to the 28-yard line now. And now, We got an issue with the chains over on that Paola sideline, so we'll get a brief stoppage while they untangle them and get them reset. And they'll get them moved to that 28-yard line. It will be first down and 10 for the Panthers off of their second consecutive personal foul against Ottawa. Under center. They'll take the snap, they'll give it Shea. Again, he goes left side, and again, he's got a huge burst. And again, it's about 8 yards on the carry up to the 21-yard line. So give him 7 on the carry. It'll be second down and 3. They'll toss it. Shea goes left side. And might be just a bit short. So just inside the 20, but just shy of the first down. Third down and 1 coming up for Paola. They're 1 for 3 to this point. And Stein's going to keep it quarterback sneak. And I don't know that he got there. They're going to say he was stood up at the line of scrimmage, so it's 4th down and 1. So 4th down and 1, Paola's going to go for it. No shocker here, especially from this end of the field. Jumbo set in the backfield, trying to get Ottawa to jump. Ottawa stays home. Now Paola looks to the sideline. Play clock inside of 10. Panthers check the wristbands. They might run out of time. They got to hurry up and snap this. They will. They just get it off, and they're not even going to get close. A mishandle trying to get the fullback dive, and it might have lost a yard. They tried to give that one, it looked like Lane Hoffine, fullback dive. Couldn't get the handoff cleanly. And it's a turnover on downs. Ottawa's defense makes the big play. So now 1st and 10, Cyclones. 7:14 left to go in the half. From the gun. Handoff on the counter play. They actually faked the counter, and the give was just straight off tackle and up to the 25-yard line. O'Brien, a gain of 5. Second down and 5 coming up for Ottawa. And how about this empty set? Hull, the only one in the backfield, and flag comes in. It's going to be a false start against Ottawa. Hull was trying to signal something to his receivers to the near side, and his right guard flinched. So this will be second down and 10 now for Ottawa.
The ball back to the 20-yard line. It is second down and 10 for the Cyclones.
From the gun. Play action. Under some pressure. And down he goes. Brought down in the backfield It looked like the initial tackle there came from big number 65, Carson Martin, and then a whole host of Panthers helped finish him off. So it's going to be 3rd down and 14. On 3rd and long. From their own 16, 3rd and 14, pump fakes the screen. Time running out, and the pass incomplete, but a flag. They're gonna get Pishneko, I believe, as he dove. It looked like he kind of stumbled, and he might have reached out and grabbed the receiver. And they're gonna get him again afterwards for a personal foul.
Pass interference penalty against the Panthers. Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
And those will stack, so it's 30 yards in penalties against Paola. Pishneko must have disliked the call of the pass interference, and the official was not in a listening mood. So 1st down and 10 for Ottawa via penalty. They'll give this one O'Brien. Flag comes in. 2 flags come in. So the one at the end was a face mask against Paola. We're going to check the one at the beginning of the run. And that one was a hold against the Cyclones. Oh, and the personal foul was against the Cyclones. So that'll back him up. We do have a player down at the end of the play. We'll step aside. It'll be 1st down and 20 when we come back. Sorry, 1st down and 22 when we come back.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
And we're back out of the quick injury timeout. 1st down and 22 for Ottawa, and a big blow to their offense. Starting running back Julius O'Brien, the injured Cyclone, he's on his feet and being helped off.
Holding penalty against the Cyclones moves the ball back to the 34-yard line. Remains 1st down.
O'Brien also varsity spectrum, sophomore as well. So both of these teams with very promising young sophomore tailbacks. And so Ottawa from their own 34, they'll hand it off. And springing for a nice gain, that was number 3, Velez. An 8-yard gain on his first carry of the ball game. So 2nd and 14 coming up. Takes the snap, gives it Velez again. Up the middle. Gain of about 4. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Gain of 4 yards on the play. On the 45-yard line. It's 3rd down, Cyclones.
So officially 3rd and 11 from their own 45-yard line. Ottawa 2 for 4 on 3rd down to this point. Back to throw. Pressure coming immediately. Maximus Jones on him. His blocker threw him into the quarterback and then breaking the tackle outside after the completed pass. That's going to make this 4th down pretty interesting. Completed it for about 13 yards. So 4th and 1. Run it up the middle, and I believe Velez got it. He's very close. Paola claiming that they stopped him. We're going to see.
Timeout for a measurement on the field.
And they're going to measure. So they'll bring out the chains. And Paola stopped them. So 4th and 1, they got about 2 feet 11 inches. They needed the full 3 feet of it. And Paola takes over with 2:48 left to go in the half. Still a 12-0 ball game. So we'll see how the Panthers approach this offensively. They'll have pretty good field position here. They'll begin at their own 44-yard line. Plenty of time and still 2 timeouts to work with. So you can't imagine that they're going to feel like they have to just go all air raid here. Though obviously an option when your quarterback is playing as well as Stein has been playing early in this year. He's going to go over the middle. That one is caught. That's Alvin Metcalf for a 1st down. Up to the 42 of Ottawa. So the 14-yard gain, and then a face mask as well on Ottawa. So that'll move it into even better field position here for Paola, still searching for their first points of the ball game. So from the 27, 1st down and 10 from the gun. And now the clock absolutely not a factor. And this play did not happen. That's going to be a false start against the Panthers. That's one of those that you can pretty much chalk up to the everyone but the center. The snap was way late. So back them up to the 32. 1st and 15, Paola. So the Panthers will come to the line. And Stein again. I mean, that's just a matter of, I don't think he looked over to make sure his receivers were set. They were still getting in position, and he just called for the snap. Another false start against Paola. So 1st and 20 coming up. Coach Smith not particularly pleased over on the Paola sideline. So the Panthers were looking really good here on this drive, and suddenly the penalties again. 2 false starts in a row, and it's 1st and 20. So from the gun, play action, and a penalty marker in. It's a screen pass complete for a gain of 4 to Shea, but you imagine we might be looking at a 1st and 30. And that is the call. Another penalty here in this first half. .135 left to go in the half. It's 1st and 30 for Paola. They'll come out in the gun on 1st and 30. Stein, good protection, gets it out to Shea. Shea breaks 1 tackle and then gets out of bounds up around the 35-yard line. They'll give him the 36, a gain of 11. And he got out of bounds, which stops the clock with 1:10, brings up 2nd down and 19.
2nd down and 18 for the Panthers. Ball just outside the 35-yard line.
Back to throw again. He's going deep with it. Miscommunication with his receiver, and it might have been because of the pass interference. He was looking for Metcalf, who was bumped off his route. There was double coverage back there. And the ball sailed, and evidently that's why.
Pass interference against the Cyclones.
So more penalties make themselves felt here in this contest, and on 2nd and 18, a 15-yard penalty is going to give Paola a very manageable 2nd down and 3 from the 21 of Ottawa.
Penalty moves the ball just shy of the 20-yard line. 2nd down and a long 3 for the Panthers.
And again, they'll go to the air. Stein throwing, caught inside the 5, touchdown, Landon Murdoch. And the Panthers strike from 21 yards out, and they are on the board. And Stein with another nice game here in this first half. 5th touchdown pass for this Paola squad on this season. 4th for Mason Stein. And a false start.
Penalty flags on the play. False start, Panthers.
So that'll make the extra point a little bit longer. Ottawa 0 for 2 on their extra points today. This will be our first look at Traskell. And his extra point splits the uprights. And we've got our first successful PAT of the ball game. 12-7, Ottawa in front, but Paola on the board with just under a minute to go in the half. Their defense will try to get a stand before halftime when we come back here on Paola Sports Live.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Back in after the Paola touchdown pass from Mason Stein to Landon Murdoch. And yet another sophomore makes his presence felt for Paola on the young season, and now Tate Traxel will kick this one away. Paola has had their struggles with kickoff coverage thus far this season. This one will be fielded at the 29 and brought down, and it's Murdoch bringing him to the ground just across the 35. Returned there by Liam Marler. Marler comes up limping just a bit. So Ottawa from the 37. We believe Paola will be receiving to start the second half, but there is a bit of confusion regarding that, and we'll talk about that maybe at the halftime show. So Ottawa would love to pad this lead a little bit before the break. That pass is incomplete. Couldn't quite keep it in play. He was looking for Mourning on the pass. Second down and 10. From the gun, Hull is going to give it. Velez trying the right side, and he's very close to the first down and might have it. Looks like they'll give him 9 on the carry. So this will be 3rd and 1 for Ottawa. They are 2 for 5 to this point. Armani Velez motions outside. Hull from an empty set. Quarterback keeper all the way. He's going to get the first down with ease. He crosses midfield up to the 47 of Paola. So a 7-yard gain. Clock running now, however.
First down Cyclones from the Panther 47.
Ticking towards about 30 seconds when they snap this. Hull from empty again. Quick screen. And a flag comes in the middle of the field. So it would have been a gain of about 5, but we'll check the penalty marker. A face mask on the offense. So that's going to back him up quite a ways. Looks like it was of the 5-yard variety. And it will be first down and 12. with 23 seconds to play. Hall's still an empty. Have to watch him as a runner. Pressure off the edge. He's going to turn and just fire this one deep. And it's intercepted by the Panthers' Blake Koslow. And that'll kill that drive. Intercepted at the 23 with 16 seconds left in the half. And the Paola pass defense continues to be something of a no-fly zone on this season. They were getting gashed early up the middle of the field. They've made an adjustment. And Hayden Hall, 4 for 8, and now another interception on the young year. That gives Koslow 2 interceptions now on this season. And we'll see how aggressive Paola decides to go with 16.7 seconds left in the half. Stein under center, and he will just take the knee. So Paola content to go to the half. They'll get the ball to begin the second half, we believe. So after the kneel down, it's 12-7, Ottawa in front as we head to the halftime break. You're watching Paola Sports Live, brought to you by Comcast and Xfinity. Don't go anywhere. The halftime show coming up next, brought to you by Fort Scott Community College, right after this.
Auction Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
If you're going to wear jewelry, shouldn't it be as unique as you? At Wilson's Jewelers, they can bring your ideas to life. Wilson's can also put old stones in new pieces, or new stones in old pieces, or even just repair what you already love. Wilson's Jewelers brings quality service and old world craftsmanship to the area by learning from jewelry masters from around the world. For 30 years, Wilson's Jewelers has been family owned and operated. When it comes to your adornments, trust Wilson's Jewelers, your personal jeweler.
My name is Dr. Claire Strode. I'm the owner and orthodontist here at Strode Orthodontics. You may run into me out at the soccer fields or out on the baseball diamonds. The things that I love most about orthodontics are when patients tell me how much they enjoy their smile and how much more confidence they have after having their treatment. We love serving the families and people here in South Johnson County and also surrounding areas. And I look forward to serving you and your family.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Panther fans can find us at 310 North Hospital Drive in Paola or 913-294-3713. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Here at Strode Orthodontics, we are a single doctor practice, which means that I am the only orthodontist here in the practice. I will be the one guiding you through your care journey. With our experienced staff, your appointments will be more efficient and more comfortable. We love treating kids as well as adults. We want you to be happy with your experience during orthodontic treatment as well as your smile at the end. I love when patients tell me that their smile has improved their confidence and their quality of life, because a smile is for a lifetime.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Looking for a taste of home-cooked goodness and a welcoming hometown atmosphere? Look no further than Circle C Cafe in Paola. Indulge in mouth-watering breakfast that'll jumpstart your day, or savor the hearty lunches with farm-fresh ingredients that'll make your taste buds dance. Circle C Cafe, where delicious food and friendly faces come together. Stop in and see them at 1305 Baptiste in Paola. Circle C Cafe, hometown flavors, hometown pride. Find them at facebook.com/Circle C Cafe.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
My experience at Strode Orthodontics was amazing. Like most people who had their first round of braces, I forgot to wear my retainer and so therefore had crooked teeth. I got engaged this year. I wanted straight teeth for my wedding, and so Dr. Strode was able to give me Invisalign, and now I have the straight smile that I've always wanted. We're gonna get such a welcoming experience here. The day of my wedding, I'm not going to be scared to take pictures. Now I can finally be confident with my smile on that big day.
If you're going to wear jewelry, shouldn't it be as unique as you? At Wilson's Jewelers, they can bring your ideas to life. Wilson's can also put old stones in new pieces, or new stones in old pieces, or even just repair what you already love. Wilson's Jewelers brings quality service and old world craftsmanship to the area by learning from jewelry masters from around the world. For 30 years, Wilson's Jewelers has been family owned and operated. When it comes to your adornments, trust Wilson's Jewelers, your personal jeweler.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Back in live for the halftime show here on Paola Sports Live, brought to you by Fort Scott Community College. You belong at Fort Scott Community College. From nursing to farm and ranch management, John Deere Tech to theater, and so much more. Plus championship caliber athletic programs. To learn more, visit fortscott.edu. Great first half here on Paola Sports Live. A pair of 2-0 undefeateds here battling it out. And the first half lived up to the hype. 12-7 your score at the break. We are just about 10 minutes away from second half kickoff. Ottawa jumped out to a 12-0 lead. They scored on their opening possession after the official seemed to announce that Ottawa had won the toss and elected to defer. And so we're not sure if they then later changed their mind to receive or if Paola potentially then, when asked what they wanted to do, said kick. In which case, well, we could be in for a bit of a mishap here in this second half, because if it's the second one, then Paola is going to find out when they come back out here that Ottawa still gets their choice for the second half, and Paola would basically be forced to kick to start both halves. So let's hope if you're a Paola fan it's the first, and that Ottawa just changed their mind, and if so, Paola will get the ball to begin the second half. Following thus far? All right, so good. Anyhow, back to some of the stats from the first half. Bit of a surprise is that Bodie Shea, who came into this game leading the team in rushing by a mile, the only triple-digit rusher through 2 games. Next closest was Mason Stein with 79 yards. Shea came in with 281 and averaging over 8 yards a carry, and his 3 touchdowns. Today, just 4 carries for 25 yards, so he's still busting them out at 6 1/4 per clip, but just not been able to get the same volume he normally does. They've only had 6 rush attempts here in the first half. Compare that to 8 pass attempts, but most of that was because of that final drive where they had the ball with limited time and were going to the air. Mason Stein's been effective when they've gone to the air, though. He's 5 for 7, 61 yards, and he adds his 4th touchdown of the young season, still without an interception on the year. Compare that to Paola opponents, who have yet to throw for a touchdown pass on the season, but have been picked off by Blake Koslow twice. So the Paola pass defense continues to be stingy, and the passing offense continues to look crisp. And on top of that, Koslow now on the year is 2 for 2 passing. He's got a touchdown, and today he's got 24 yards on his 1 completion. So his passer rating continues to be perfect here through 3 games. Through the air as well, they've been spreading it out. Nobody has more than 2 catches on the Paola side. Bodie Shea with 2. Sasha Pichneko also with 2, and then 1 apiece for Alvin Metcalf, for Landon Murdoch, and for Emmett Blackmore. Over on the Ottawa side, 4 for 8 through the air for Hayden Hall, the quarterback for Ottawa. He was effective early on, especially over the middle of the field, where he just kept finding Aiden McCullough wide open, to the tune of 3 catches for 44 yards. That's 44 yards of the Hayden Hall 49 total in the air. The only other pass that was caught by an Ottawa Cyclone today was a 5-yarder by Landon Traver, and that one also resulted in a face mask penalty at the very end of it against Traver. So the air game not been quite as effective for Ottawa. They do, of course, also have the interception. That was Blake Koslow there right before the half, intercepting a deep pass from Hall, who was looking to try to just steal a big play, not necessarily the most egregious interception in the world. Actually, both Paola interceptions to this point, both against Fort Scott and against Ottawa here today, were on right before the half ending type drives. Leading rusher to this point for either side, Julius O'Brien, who did leave the game in the second quarter with an injury. We'll see if he comes back out. His spot was taken by Armani Velez, who played well, 4 carries, 21 yards since he came in. That's 5 1/4 per carry, but even still, O'Brien, 12 carries, 76 yards, 6 1/3 per rush, and a rushing touchdown. Hayden Hall on a quarterback sneak had the other score for Ottawa. We'll take a quick break. This has been the Halftime Show, brought to you by Fort Scott Community College. Second half action coming at you right after this. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Paola Sports Live, brought to you by Comcast Xfinity.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right. The first time, Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
My name is Dr. Claire Strode. I'm the owner and orthodontist here at Strode Orthodontics. You may run into me out at the soccer fields or out on the baseball diamonds. The things that I love most about orthodontics are when patients tell me how much they enjoy their smile and how much more confidence they have after having their treatment. We love serving the families and people here in South Johnson County and also surrounding areas. And I look forward to serving you and your family.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
If you're going to wear jewelry, shouldn't it be as unique as you? At Wilson's Jewelers, they can bring your ideas to life. Wilson's can also put old stones in new pieces, or new stones in old pieces, or even just repair what you already love. Wilson's Jewelers brings quality service and old world craftsmanship to the area by learning from jewelry masters from around the world. For 30 years, Wilson's Jewelers has been family owned and operated. When it comes to your adornments, trust Wilson's Jewelers, your personal jeweler.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
Here at Strode Orthodontics, we are a single doctor practice, which means that I am the only orthodontist here in the practice. I will be the one guiding you through your care journey. With our experienced staff, your appointments will be more efficient and more comfortable. We love treating kids as well as adults. We want you to be happy with your experience during orthodontic treatment as well as your smile at the end. I love when patients tell me that their smile has improved their confidence and their quality of life, because a smile is for a lifetime.
Back in, just about ready for the start of the second half here from Ottawa High School, where the Ottawa Cyclones have a 5-point lead over the Paola Panthers. And the Panthers looking to try to claw back into it as they scored in the final minute off a 21-yard touchdown pass from Mason Stein to Landon Murdoch. After it was 12-0 Ottawa for most of that half. And now Paola, we presume, will be getting the ball to begin this second half. So big opportunity here for the Paola offense. As the cart out, bringing back, I believe, O'Brien. And no, sorry, got the number wrong there. That was Traver. Back from the locker room. He is now out of his pads and into his jersey, but brought back out to be with his teammates on the sideline. As we are nearing the start of this second half, they put the extra 3 minutes back up on the clock as if the two teams had needed the extra 3 for the warm-up, but both teams had already come out with 5 minutes left before the clock had run out initially, so they were all done warming up when the extra 3 minutes had gone up. And so, yes, Paola will be kicking off to start both halves. And this is kind of what I mentioned earlier. So Ottawa did defer to the second half. And Paola one of the captains that was sent out when making their decision must have said that they would elect to kick, which means that Ottawa, having deferred, still got the choice here in this second half. So Paola with an administrative mistake from one of the team captains at the coin flip means that they will be kicking off to begin both halves in this game.
The Panthers will kick off to start the second half. Traxel will be the honors due to return to the Cyclones.
So Paola will not get the first opportunity to try to recapture the lead. They will first need to get a stop from their defense. And that is truly unfortunate here for Paola. So Traxel will boot this one away. And that one will be sent down to the 14-yard line. They will rule he was not down on a knee when he returned it. And he's up to the 29, and a flag comes in. So it's a 15-yard return and a penalty against Paola. Unsportsmanlike after the play, after the 14-yard return.
Cyclones will start the second half. First and 10 from their own.
So Ottawa's going to have really good field position here to begin this half. First down and 10 from their own 43. And the snap goes over Hull's head, and trying to break some tackles and make something of it, and he ends up out of bounds. And all the way back to the 37-yard line.
Second down for the Cyclones, ball on the 37-yard line.
Loss of 6 on the play. So 2nd and 16. Shotgun here for Hull. Takes the snap, play action. Nobody open. And he goes down. And so Paola comes away with the sack. Officially, I believe he was down before Paola was able to get to him. But a sack for the team defense either way. And this is going to be 3rd down in a very long ways. They were 3 for 6 before this play. Luke Anderson was the one who got there. 3rd and 24. Back to throw off play action. He'll go to the flats. And he's got a lot of space, and he might go! Mourning inside the 20 and shoved down all the way at the Paola 12. And there's a flag down back at midfield, so hold on. A block in the back against Ottawa. Oh man, that erases a monster 3rd down play, just a swing to the flats, and Mourning took that one, I believe 65 yards. It would have been 1st and goal Ottawa, and Paola catches a break.
15 for the Cyclones.
So it'll be 3rd and 15 from their own 39, which is at the very least slightly better than the 3rd and 9 miles that they had, and they'll try to get another 3rd and long here. Under some pressure. He's going to look to throw it, and he's got his man again! And another defensive coverage breakdown, and a penalty marker is going to erase another huge play, but this one should at least still be a first down for Ottawa. And again, it was Jace Morning. The blindside block is going to send this one back, but they'll have converted another first down. So the penalty marker's at the 32. So it's still going to be an Ottawa first down. Paola, man, they have just been killed by those 3rd and 15 pluses to this point on the year. Lewisburg was doing that to them last week, and now here Ottawa able to take advantage of that same issue. Third and long has been easier for teams to convert against Paola than 3rd and short has been. And now they'll run it. Coming to the near side. Velez. And they're going to get Pishneko for the face mask. It is of the personal foul variety against Paola. So first down and 10 Ottawa from the Paola 29. Two backs in the backfield. They'll turn. They'll give. Velez cuts it back inside. And he's going to have a first down, a gain of 11. So first down and 10 for Ottawa. They're at the 18 of Paola. And Ottawa looking to begin both halves with a touchdown drive. As they'll run this one near side. Velez again. Good carry. Gets to about the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 3. And we'll once again have to bring up the Paola decision to say that they wanted to kick to begin the game after Ottawa had deferred. So Ottawa beginning both halves with possession of the football. They scored to open up the game. They're looking to do the same to open up the second half. And they might have gotten Paola to jump. And so 5 freebies from the hard count. Second down and 1 for Ottawa. They're now at the Paola 9. And Hull will break the huddle. You'd imagine this is going to Armani Velez again. It will. And he's hitting the backfield, and this time he's losing yardage. Back to about the 11. It's a loss of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 3 coming up. Ottawa has been very good on 3rd down today.
Ball just outside the 2-yard line.
4 for 7 to this point, and of those 3 that they didn't make, they got the 4th down conversion on one of them. It's play action, looking to throw, middle of the field, it's a touchdown! And a flag afterwards, and oh man.
Penalty flag on the play.
That felt vaguely bang, bang, but they deemed it was long enough after the catch, and well, that might lead into it. We've got an injured receiver in the end zone. So a touchdown for Ottawa, but our touchdown scorer needing some assistance back to his feet.
Personal foul penalty against the Panthers will be assessed on the kickoff. The center plays a touchdown Cyclones.
So back to an 11-point Ottawa lead. And the first touchdown pass given up by the Panther defense to this point on the season.
Cyclones will go for 2.
Ottawa looking to go for 2 points here. Rollout. He's got a lane to run it if he wants to, and he does want to, and he'll get there. So Ottawa jumps in front by 13. And so the snafu with the coin toss decision is burning Paola already. 20-7 when we come back here on Paola Sports Live.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Back in live out of the touchdown break as Ottawa went downfield, scored off the touchdown pass from Hayden Hull to Jace Morning, and 20-7 now Cyclones in front of the Panthers. And a personal foul too after the touchdown catch went against Paola, enforced on the kickoff, so the Ottawa Cyclones will be kicking this one away from the Paola 45, and I'd be on alert for a potential onside kick in a scenario like this. Instead, Ottawa sends it deep, and they send it into the end zone, so not really taking advantage of that penalty yardage. Interesting decision there, but Paola will start from the 20.
Panther football, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
I formation. We'll see how Paola begins this second half offensively, and they'll try to establish the run game here as Shea tries the right side and doesn't have a lot going there. Gain of nada. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Panthers.
2nd down and 10.
They'll stick with the I formation. And play action going down the middle of the field, and was that caught? Oh my goodness, Sasha Pishneko goes down low and hauls it in at the 41-yard line, gain of 21. What a throw from Stein to the back shoulder of the defender, and what a catch from Pishneko. So first down and 10, Panthers. They'll need to wait for the chains to be reset. They'll come out in the guns, double formation, and they'll go to the air again. And again they go middle of the field for another first down up at the 45 of Ottawa. That's Alvin Metcalf. $14 yards on that completion. First and 10. They'll stick with the double set, and Paola continuing to go air, and they get picked off. Intercepted on the overthrow. It was picked off there by number 7, Gavin Seaton. The junior defensive back comes away with the INT, the first of the season for Mason Stein, and Paola maybe pushing the air raid a bit too far on that drive. Ottawa not fooled on that last play. And then just an overthrow on the inside slant route. And the Cyclones will take over from there. .6:26 left to go here in quarter number 3. And Ottawa with an opportunity to try to extend this to a 3-possession game if they can capitalize on the overthrow. They'll go jet sweep. Near side, big lane, and out of bounds at the 45 of Paola. And we almost went a full play without a penalty marker there. It's about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. That was Landon Traver on the carry. So the earlier report of the injured Cyclone in a 10 jersey was in fact O'Brien. Would have been a 15-yard run, but we'll check the flag. No flag. So it is a 15-yard carry for Trevor. First and 10, Ottawa. From the gun. Fake the sweep, coming near side. Good blocking out in front for Velas, and he's very close to the first down. And he's got a gain of 8 yards on the play. Second down and 2 coming up.
8-yard gain, second down and 2.
From the gun. They give it near side. Velas again looking for the first down, and he's got it. Needed 2, got 3.
Picks up 5 yards and a Cyclone first down.
That'll move the sticks once more for these Ottawa Cyclones. Offense looking good once again. They'll need quite an explosive fourth quarter, one would imagine, to make it 3 consecutive games with 40-plus points. But they are an offense that's more than capable of it. Man in motion. They'll go jet sweep again to Traver. Not a whole lot of white jerseys out there. He's got space, and he's got a gain of about 6.
Taking out shy of the 25-yard line.
And it will be a 6-yard gain to the 27. So 2nd down and 4 coming up.
2nd down and 4 for the Cyclones.
Low snap, ball on the ground, and just having a fall on it there was Velas. That's going to be a loss on the play, back to the 29-yard line. That's going to make this 3rd down a bit longer. I'll actually mark it all the way back at the 30. So this will be 3rd down and 7. Ottawa is 50% on their 3rd downs here today. Takes the snap. They're going to go to the air under some pressure, and he's going to launch it deep, and a man wide open for the touchdown is Landon Traver. 30-yard touchdown strike, and just like that, the 2nd touchdown allowed on the season through the air for these Paola Panthers, and Ottawa starting to pull away. So a big start to this 2nd half for the Ottawa Cyclones. Hayden Hull now 7 for 11, 119, 2 touchdowns and the interception as his team leads. They're hoping by 20. Actually, they're hoping to get up by 21 at the end of this 2-point conversion. And they'll ask Hull to do it through the air. Good pass protection now starting to break down. Under some pressure from Jones, lobs it to the end zone and just a bit high. Looks like he was going for McCullough. Incomplete, and it's a 19-point game with 4:11 to go in the 3rd quarter. You're watching Paola Sports Live, brought to you by Comcast Xfinity.
Option Bank Community Banking at its best. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back after the break here on Paola Sports Live, 4:11 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ottawa in control. They're up by 19, 26-7 over the Paola Panthers. Paola will need to get something done in a hurry if they want to climb back into this thing. That one goes high. Fielded at the 17-yard line. 23, so a 6-yard return for Easton Hensley, and that's where Paola will begin this drive. Mason Stein 7 for 9 passing here today, but the last one ended up in the hands of the wrong team, and that gave Ottawa 6 points added to their lead. We'll see how Paola plays it coming out here. Still in the 3rd quarter, so plenty of time, but maybe you're not in a rush, but you're rush adjacent. First and 10. Snap a little high, but Stein gets it down. Throwing into the flats, and that pass incomplete, looking for Lato, and 2 flags come in. We'll see what they decide to do with this one. If they rule that was helmet to helmet or a clean hit. If it's a clean hit, it's 2nd and 10. If it's helmet to helmet, Paola was just given 15 freebies. And it was a personal foul against Ottawa.
Personal foul penalty against the Cyclones. Unsportsmanlike penalty against the Cyclones.
So it'll be a first down, Paola. So they're now up to the 37. It will be 1st and 10.
Penalty moves the ball to the 38-yard line. First down, Panthers.
Oh, and they're actually stacking penalties against the Cyclones. The unsportsmanlike was not the same penalty as the targeting penalty. So it's 30 yards in penalties, and that puts Paola in position in a hurry. So the Panthers are already across midfield without having gained an offensive yard this drive. They're up to the 47 of Ottawa, 1st and 10. Stein will go back to throw again. He's under immediate pressure, throws that one, and nobody in the area, and a flag. So they'll get Stein for grounding. So we'll see where they put that one down. It'll be all the way. No, they're still walking it off. All the way to the 34-yard line. Almost 30 yards needed here. 2nd and 29 for Paola. So a loss of 19 from the intentional grounding penalty. Timeout taken. We'll take it as well. You're watching Paola Sports Live, brought to you by Comcast Xfinity.
Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
Back in out of the timeout, 2nd and 29 for the Panthers. It's amazing how often tonight we have gotten into these situations for both of these teams. The officials have not been scared to throw their flags when needed here tonight. Been a lot of penalties assessed against both of these squads. And they'll go Bodie Shea, and another flag is down right on cue. Shea was able to gain 6, but we'll see if that even counts. An illegal shift against Paola. 2nd and 34 coming up. So we'll see what Paola goes to here on 2nd and 34. I'm not sure how deep your down and distance with 30 yards to go set of plays is, but both of these teams have to have run all the way through it by now. And my goodness. Second and 39 now coming up. I might consider just punting it now. Catch them without a return man back there. Your quarterback is your punter. From the gun. Play action, immediate pressure coming. They're going to try to set up the screen, but it was well covered, looking for Shea. Third down and a mile coming up. And Mason Stein, 7 for 11 in this ball game. And if you'd believe it, and I can't imagine he's done passing today, so it won't stay, but 3 consecutive weeks of Stein being 7 for 11 passing. And they'll go screen pass. Up to the 29-yard line. Gain of 5. And that should be a punt coming for Paola. Oh, that one came out low. We've got a flag on this play and a false start against Paola.
False start penalty against the Panthers.
So 4th down and 40 coming up for this punt. And that snap is high. Stein corrals it, gets the punt off. It's going to take a Paola bounce. It's going to get across midfield, still rolling. And that's how far the down and distance was. He gets a good punt all the way to the 43 of Ottawa. The punt would not have gained a first down. So Ottawa ball, 1st and 10 from their own 43, 2:37 left to go in the third quarter. And as they walk off and you're never going to believe this, penalty on the play, that'll back Ottawa up 10 more. And they'll start at their 33. Fakes the jet sweep. They're going to go to the air. The wheel is wide open, not looking that way, and Hull's going to duck it and run, and he's going to get positive yardage out of it. Up to the 35-yard line, a gain of 2. Brings up a second down, and, well, they'll give him 3, 2nd and 7.
Second down and 8 for the Cyclones.
On second down, Hull from the gun, man in motion. Fakes the jet sweep. They give it off Velez, going to that left side. Good blocking out there. He's going to get the first down.
Number 3 in the carry for the Cyclones. Puts up 11 yards and a Cyclone first down.
11-yard carry, first down, Ottawa.
First and 10 Cyclones from their own 44.
They'll go from this pistol set once more. Give it off Velez, gonna try this left side. Got a lot of space. Well blocked in front, and Pishneko finally brings him down, and again, not until after he gains about 16 and another Ottawa first down. And how about this? Julius O'Brien, before he left the game with an injury, 12 carries, 76 yards. His backup Armani Velez comes in. He's now to 12 carries since he came in, 73 yards. Almost identical play from the tailbacks here from Ottawa. They have just been able to run the football no matter who's back there taking the handoffs. They'll run counter. Traver. He's got a first down and might have a whole lot more down to the 21-yard line, a 17-yard run.
19-yard gain and a Cyclone first down.
That gives Ottawa 3 different ball carriers that are over 50 yards rushing. And we've got a player down. We'll step aside. 1:01 to go here in quarter number 3 on Paola Sports Live, brought to you by Comcast Xfinity.
Looking for a taste of home-cooked goodness and a welcoming hometown atmosphere? Look no further than Circle C Cafe in Paola. Indulge in mouth-watering breakfast that'll jumpstart your day, or savor the hearty lunches with farm-fresh ingredients that'll make your taste buds dance. Circle C Cafe, where delicious food and friendly faces come together. Stop in and see them at 1305 Baptiste in Paola. Circle C Cafe, hometown flavors, hometown pride. Find them at facebook.com/Circle C Cafe.
Back in out of the injury timeout, it was Traver who was down for Ottawa. He's able to walk off the field though. And now the Cyclones with a 1st and 10 from the Paola 21.
First down Cyclones from the 21-yard line.
Same pistol formation. Takes the snap, gives Velez near side to the 16 for a gain of 5.
Metcalf makes the stop for the Panthers. 5-yard gain on the play, 2nd down and 5.
As we'll see if Ottawa just lets this one run to the end of the quarter. It looks like that is the game plan. So we'll switch sides. It's 2nd and 5 for Ottawa, looking to put this one on ice when we come back for the start of the 4th quarter here on Paola Sports Live, brought to you by Comcast Xfinity.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Hounds Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Back out of the break here on Paola Sports Live. Start of the fourth quarter, 26-7, Ottawa in front of the Panthers. And they've got a second down and 5 at the Paola 16-yard line, sorry. It was 12-7 at the half, but this second half has just completely gotten away from the Panthers, and Ottawa has taken control. Play action, Hull. Over the middle, and his man is wide open. That's McCullough. He has been feasting over the middle of the field all day and finally finds the end zone on that one. Touchdown, Ottawa, and that just about puts a wrap on this. So the third touchdown pass from Hayden Hull of the ball game. Extra point up. Extra point is good, and it's 33-7. Panthers trail the Ottawa Cyclones here on Paola Sports Live. We'll be right back. Paola getting the ball after this.
Buy one Sonic Smasher and get another free. That's right, buy one hand-smashed Angus beef Sonic Smasher and get another free. It's the dual threat quarterback of burger deals. Buy one, get one free in the Sonic app.
Back in out of the break here on Paola Sports Live, brought to you by Comcast Xfinity. Ottawa on a roll here in this second half. 21 consecutive points for Ottawa since the halftime break. Paola scored with 58 seconds left in the first half to make it 12-7 and climb their way back into it. Well, they've gotten right back out of it since the start of the second half. And Ottawa is looking to potentially make it 3 straight games to open the season with 40-plus points if they can get one more touchdown and an extra point on the board. They'll boot this one deep. Returnable from the 21. Coming near side. And up to the 28. And again, it's Hensley. His third return today. And Paola will begin from there. And a timeout taken by Ottawa with 11:48 to go. We'll step aside as well here on Paola Sports Live.
50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve. with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Back in on Paola Sports Live. Panthers set to begin this drive, 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. They'll go from the wing tee here to open it up. Lotto in motion. They'll toss it to Shea, trying the left side. He'll cut it back in and gains a respectable chunk on 1st down. They'll put him at the 33 for a, well, it would have been a 4-yard gain, but a penalty marker down.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Cyclones.
And another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that goes against Ottawa after the play. So a 1st down by way of penalty for Paola.
Penalty moves the ball to the 49-yard line. 1st down, Panthers.
So 1st and 10 Panthers from the 49. Man in motion is Lotto. Give it off, counter play. Fumbled the football. And it's recovered by Ottawa. So the Cyclones will take over at their own 48-yard line. So 1st and 10, and Ottawa with an opportunity. We've mentioned it a few times, but that streak they've got going right now, games to open up the season with 40+. They've also held both of their previous opponents to 1 touchdown each, and they could keep both of those going as Traver, they ruled that he was out of bounds. He was out of bounds at the 32-yard line. A 20-yard carry for Traver. They've now got 370 yards here tonight.
On the carry for Ottawa. Kick it out of bounds near the 22-yard line.
So Velez, we'll see how many they give him officially. It will be 10 yards and enough for the 1st down. He's officially on sentry watch now for the game. And a timeout taken by Ottawa. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Paola 22 when we come back.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
Iron Horse.
Back in on Paola Sports Live, we take a quick look at Ottawa's first 2 games on the year, beating Atchison 49-7 and beating Baldwin 41-6. Paola had taken 2 straight to open their year as well, but look well on their way here to fall victim to Ottawa once again, the 3rd straight team to fall in a similar manner. Paola had beaten Fort Scott 34-6 and Lewisburg by a possession last week.
1st and 10 for the Cyclones from the Panther 22.
Gonna take that carry right side. Velaz is inside the 20 to about the 19-yard line for a gain of 3.
Second down and 7 for the Cyclones. Ball spot out of the 19-yard line.
From the 19, 2nd down and 7. Takes the snap, quarterback keeper, left side, cuts it in, and Hall is gonna score! 39 on the board for Ottawa. A 19-yard scamper on quarterback keep to the left side. And what a second half for the Cyclones. Second rushing touchdown today for Hayden Hall. That gives him 5 total touchdowns for these Cyclones, and looking to make it 40 points with the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. So 40-7, Ottawa in front over the Panthers here on Paola Sports Live.
Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
My experience at Strode Orthodontics was amazing. Like most people who had their first round of braces, I forgot to wear my retainer and so therefore had crooked teeth. I got engaged this year. I wanted straight teeth for my wedding, and so Dr. Strode was able to give me Invisalign, and now I have the straight smile that I've always wanted. We're gonna get such a welcoming experience here. The day of my wedding, I'm not going to be scared to take pictures. Now I can finally be confident with my smile on that big day.
Back in on Paola Sports Live, 10.5 left to go here in the ball game. It's 40-7, Ottawa in front of the Panthers. And I actually missed the personal foul against Paola, so that'll be enforced here on this kickoff. And they'll boot this one to the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Paola will come out first down and 10 from their own 20. Give it, Shea. Up to the 24 for the 4-yard gain.
Ball on the 24-yard line. 4-yard gain. Second down and 6.
Get some substitutions here. And the Panthers gonna check the wristbands. And Stein is gonna go to the air. And dropped. Looking for Sasha Pishneko. So it'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Panthers. After the incomplete pass, Pishneko normally the most reliable receiver on the squad, but a rare drop coming from him there. And mass substitutions now for the Panthers. As we'll get some of the backups in. And they'll toss this one left side. And Shea up to the 27, gain of 3, and it'll be 4th down. And it looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th down. We'll see if this is real. And it is. They snap it. Going left side. And Shea's got the first down. They'll mark him at the 32, so the 5-yard carry moves the sticks. Paola checking the wristbands, and they'll come to the line. Takes the snap back to throw. Stein, and that one is dropped. Looking for Alvin Metcalf, so the last 2 pass attempts, Stein will get credited with incomplete passes despite hitting his receivers, his normally very reliable receivers, in the hands. Second down and 10. Gives it. And quite a bit of second effort there from Shea, up across the 40 to the 41. So an 8-yard carry there on 2nd and 10. Third down and 2 coming up. Stein takes the snap, gives it off. Shea, gonna be close. And they will give him the first. That'll make Paola 2 for 7 on 3rd down today. Meanwhile, on the other end, Ottawa 5 of 9 converting on their 3rd downs. That's been another big key to the difference in this game thus far. Stein from the gun. He's going to throw it into the flats. That's caught by Shea. Shea breaks a couple of tackles, and look at him go. Turn that into a positive play somehow. No idea how he did that. And he got about half of it.
Correction, 4-yard gain on the play, second down and 6.
So second down and 5. Passing again, incomplete. Trying to squeeze that one to Sasha Pishneko. Well covered. Incomplete pass. So it'll be third down and 6. Taking the snap. Stein throwing. Incomplete, looking for Metcalf. So that'll be fourth down coming up. And 2 players in motion at the same time for Paola. So that'll be an illegal shift, and that'll back them up 5.
Illegal shift against the Panthers.
Well, where the official spotted it is back at the 40, which would mean he's giving them a 7-yard penalty for the illegal shift.
Penalty was the ball at the 40-yard line. 4th and 13.
And now
Not a dead ball foul. Result of the play, Cyclones take over first and 10.
they'll say that the play took place and results in a turnover on downs, which is especially odd because I don't believe that quarterback Mason Stein ever went to the ground at any point during that play. No one tackled him. Whistles blew during the play. I guess the play is dead from the inadvertent whistle. And so first and 10 for Ottawa with 6:53 left to go in the ball game. Takes the snap, gives it off. Velez needs 9 more yards to hit 100 for the game. And his first carry will gain between 3 and 4.
Three-yard gain on the play. Second down and 7.
So from the 37. Takes the snap, gives Velez. Brought down in the backfield. Well defended by Paola, big number 33, the linebacker, Rylan Grandin. And that lost him a yard. It's third down and 8. From the gun. Going to throw for it and convert it, and it's Morning to the 26-yard line, gain of 12.
First down, Cyclones.
So Ottawa converting 60% of their third downs in this game. Clock now under 5 minutes left to go. So run that play clock all the way down and give it to Velas. And nice cutback. Gain of 5 on that play.
44 Bonham makes the stop for the Panthers. 6-yard gain, second down and 4.
Taking the snap, Hull gonna go to the air, looking for Morning, and it's broken up. Landon Murdoch with good coverage back there, and the pass is incomplete. So that'll be 3rd down and 4 coming up. Actually 3rd and 5 from the 21. We're under 4 minutes. Hull will let the play clock tick. Takes the snap, gives it off Velez, and he is going to break the initial tackle and fight his way near the first down. That run will put him over 100 yards for the game.
Fourth down and less than a yard for the Cyclones.
It'll be 4th and 1.
Ball just outside the 16-yard line.
Ottawa 1 for 2 on 4th downs today. We'll see how they do here on 4th and 1. Give to the fullback, and it looks like he's got it.
Cyclones get it 2 yards on the play, and a Cyclone first down.
So down to the 14, a 2-yard carry. Power set in the backfield here. First down and 10 for Ottawa. Taking the snap. And penalty marker before the play, false start against the Cyclones.
Penalty remains first down.
Taking the snap, going right side with the fullback. Got a good chunk here. That was Xander Rogers. So we'll see where they officially spot it down around the 8-yard line.
Second down and 4 for the Cyclones.
Give it off. Fullback dive again. Inside the 5 for a first down. First and goal for Ottawa.
Snap the ball carrier with the Cyclones inside the 5-yard line. First and goal.
As Chaden Knapp takes that one to the 4 for a 4-yard gain. We will see if Ottawa runs another play or just squats on this one. It looks like they are lining up in that big I formation. But they will just take the kneel down, and that should do it. So 40-7 is going to go down as your final score here from Ottawa High School as the Ottawa Cyclones. Dominant performance for the third straight week. They get to 3-0, and for Paola, they will drop their first one of the season. As the two teams head toward midfield, ready for the handshake line, we will step away briefly and be back for the post-game show right after this. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Paola Sports Live, brought to you by Comcast Xfinity.
Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5360.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Panther fans can find us at 310 North Hospital Drive in Paola or 913-294-3713. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Welcome back to the post-game show brought to you by Elliott Insurance Group. At Elliott Group, they believe building strong relationships with their clients and their community is the best way to serve them both. With offices throughout the area and online at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. We thank you all for joining us here today as the Paola Panthers fall 40-7 to the Ottawa Cyclones here from Ottawa High School. It was close at the half, 12-7, and Paola seemed to have all the momentum as they had just completed the 21-yard touchdown pass. That drew it back within 5 points as Mason Stein hit his man Landon Murdoch right over the middle for the touchdown. But Paola, an interesting start to the second half as Ottawa won the coin toss and elected to defer. And when the official turned to ask Paola what they wanted to do, one of the captains for the Panthers declared they wanted to kick, which meant that Paola had to then kick off to begin the game, and Ottawa still got their choice in the second half, which means Paola kicked off to begin both halves of this football game. That, though, ended up being the least of their worries in the second half as Ottawa did capitalize, turned it into a 20-7 ball game quickly, but then things just spiraled from there. 20 more points from Ottawa that Paola would not answer, ultimately ending in the 40-7 final score. Paola not really able to get the ground game going. They just were never in a position script-wise where they were able to continuously pound the run game. Bodie Shea, 11 carries, 52 yards. Nobody else had more than one, and only two other people had one, as Lane Hoffine and Mason Stein, each with a carry. Each of them went backwards a yard, giving the team just 50 on 13 carries for the game. Stein, 9 of 17 through the air, 106 yards, a touchdown. He did throw his first interception of his varsity career. Blake Koslow, 1 for 1 for 24 yards. And an interception defensively for Koslow, giving him 2 on the year. That's both of Paola's team interceptions. On the defensive side, though, things also not great ground-wise. Ottawa was able to just churn out the rush yards. 4 players over 50 yards rushing for the Cyclones, 3 over 70, and 1, Armani Velez, went over 100 on the game. Hayden Hull, 5 all-purpose touchdowns as he goes 9 of 14 passing, 147 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and he added 2 rushing touchdowns and 53 yards as well. Great game for the Ottawa Cyclones. For Paola, much film to watch, and they'll hope to bounce back in week 4. And we'll have that game for you here on Paola Sports Live as they will be taking on. So I'll try to pull that one up for you here, folks. The Paola Panthers will be in action next Friday as they do battle against the Tonganoxie Chieftains. So that should be a fun one. That will be the next game here on Paola Sports Live. No soccer or volleyball on the channel coming up this week. So we will see you guys next Friday for Paola versus Tonganoxie. That'll be back at home as the Panthers look to try to bounce back from the loss and get back to 3-1 on the season. For Q Harris on camera, for all of our sponsors, I've been Aaron Feely thanking you all, and we will see you guys next time.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at varsitysportslive.com.